Do you think 4 adults and 2 kids can explore the whole of Akwa Ibom state for 3 days on a budget of 300,000 naira?
This aqua soup is not good.
Today's adventure takes us to this culturally rich and beautiful part of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom state. So why don't you join us as we don't just uncover the hidden gems, but also share the stories that make Akwa Ibom state an absolute must visit. This trip is indeed the trip of a lifetime.
Yes, sir.
This video will show you our perfectly curated itinerary for exploring Akwa Ibom state in 3 days, and we hope it would entice you to get on that trip and visit Akwa Ibom state for yourself. Before we dive into the heart of Akwa Ibom state, if you are new on our channel, you're welcome to Arlin TV, your favorite travel family. If you're new here, please make sure you click on the subscribe button and turn on notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our adventures.
It's time for road trip.
We started our trip from Enugu State and moved on to Abia State and took the Ikot Abasi road to Uyo in Akwa Ibom State. This trip lasted about 4 hours 30 minutes and we spent about 80,000 naira on fueling. Both toll, fro and within town movement, we spent 80,000 naira. On getting to Uyo, we were welcomed by this beautiful environment. Like, Uyo is indeed beautiful. And one thing you can't help but notice when you get into Akwa Ibom State is the good roads. Like, all the roads are good in Akwa Ibom State, and the trees, the greenery, it just gives this beautiful feel once you drive into the state. So we are in Uyo now, the capital of Akwa Ibom State. Firstly, we decided to visit the International Worship Center. So you can see that beautiful building at our back. Yes, this is a 32 billion naira project that's just been completed. That's the International Worship Center in Uyo. The International Worship Center has a capacity to host 5,500 people. So this is basically for hosting Christian programs or gatherings, and also some international programs are also held in this building. Now, the International Worship Center is located in the banking layout in Uyo, and this is also where the Dakada Tower is located. This is a 21-story building, and this is currently the tallest building in Uyo at the moment. So as at the time we got here, it was a bit late and we couldn't really get very clear footage, so we decided to just have fun around this environment and then visit again the next morning. Next, we had to get where to stay, so we chose to stay at this hotel, the Luton Park Hotel in Uyo. We actually chose this place, number one, because of its beauty. It was quite comfortable inside. The rooms were big, and also because of the proximity, it's very close to the banking layout, and it is just beside where the Christmas village was going on. So since we had plans to visit the Christmas village at night, it just made sense to stay at this hotel. A room here cost us 20,000 naira per night for a room, and so we got 2 rooms and paid for 3 nights. We also love the fact that the bed was large enough to accommodate my husband and I and our 2 kids. So next, in the evening, we had to visit the Christmas village. This is actually very beautiful, a nice initiative, I must say. We toured the village and then we got something to eat. So our son got noodles because he wasn't really enjoying their swallow, and then we got okra soup. One of us got okra soup, another person got afang, another person got ofe salad, we got barbecue fish. Everything we ate here costed us about 12,000 naira, and we had to pay 200 naira at the car park to park our cars. After eating dinner, we decided to just further explore the Christmas park, and then we found out that the Christmas carol was holding the next night, so we decided to visit again the next day. The next morning, our day started with a very quick trip to the banking layout again to get proper shots of the International Worship Center, Dakada Tower, and for breakfast, we decided to visit the Ibom Tropicana mall. Now, the environment at this mall is very beautiful, but the inside was not what we expected. Most of the shops were empty and we couldn't really get anything to eat here. Yes, it was that bad, and we're expecting so much. So we decided to just continue on our trip like that, and then this is us now on a 1 hour 20 minutes trip to Ikot Abasi. So this is the newly constructed road in Akwa Ibom State that was commissioned last year. So we're on our way to Ikot Abasi, and the moment you see Lord Lugards, you know you are in Ikot Abasi. So first stop at Ikot Abasi was to visit the Amalgamation House.
You're welcome to Ikot Abasi Local Government Council.
Thank you.
Radio used by them. Ferguson.
So this is us live at the Amalgamation House. This is where Nigeria was formed. This was Lord Lugards' personal office. So you can see our kid here having fun with the other children here at Ikot Abasi. Our next stop was to visit Lord Lugards' residence.
This was Lord Frederick Detry Lugards' personal residence, where he lived here right in Ikot Abasi. Ikot Abasi was known as Opubu by then.
Lugards' residence.
If you've been watching till now, you've not subscribed, guys, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn on notification bell. So next stop was the DO's office.
This was the DO office, Captain Hunter.
We also got to take a look at the Aba women's mock grave.
They came half naked, they didn't dress well. So some of them were holding sticks, trying to demonstrate that women should not pay tax. But because the whole thing was violent, the Captain Hunter released fire on them.
There's really a lot to see at Ikot Abasi, and we highly recommend visiting Ikot Abasi if you are coming to Akwa Ibom State. So next stop was the Bridge of No Return. This is the bridge. It was a jetty that was built for the purpose of conveying slaves into waiting ships, slaves that were going to be sold. So there are 3 chambers where the slaves were kept until the ship comes. So this is one of the chambers we'll be getting into very briefly.
We're entering here.
Yes, sir.
This is where we are passing to.
It was really hot down here. One of these chambers was to take 50 persons, but at the end of the day, we learned that about 150 people ended up being kept here.
Alright, say hi to the Bridge of No Return. We returned and came back.
So before we left this area, we decided to just take a tour and see what was left from what the slave traders used. So we could see their chains, their weighing balance, what they used to put names on the slaves to be sold. We saw their beds and all of that. So we decided to move on to another region of Ikot Abasi.
So we are currently on the move to see the safe that cannot be broken. Yes. Yeah, some people have speculated that there are people there. Some said they are gold, some said they are valuables, but nobody has been able to ascertain what is inside the safe. The bank, was there another building attached to this thing?
Yes, a very big building. They have demolished the building, so the irons did everything to get this. But they cannot open it.
Even from the top, they cannot.
No, you can't.
No.
People have tried.
Trying.
Look at what they tried.
Oh, this is the same.
Yes, this is the same. They have tried. Look at the first. They tried the first. They tried to open the second. The person couldn't penetrate the second. It's not one iron.
So why can they not break the wall?
The wall is double.
Then try. See iron here.
See, they try to penetrate the first.
See iron.
They cannot penetrate it.
So this is like a vault.
And like a vote.
Not even knows if the white man enters here and passes through someone else and go out. They say the man locked himself.
Oh, the man locked it from inside.
So there's a possibility he's even inside?
Yes.
We also got to drive on this German bridge. Our tour guide told us that this bridge has been here for over 135 years, and guys, it's still strong and solid. She said the whites built it. We also visited a village that was sharing boundary with Rivers State, and from where we stood we could sight Ipobo Kingdom. So we got some snacks to eat here. That cost us around 2,300 because we had not had anything. And then we also gave our tour guide a tip, and then we continued our trip back to Uyo. On getting to Uyo, we had to first take a meal, so we got some food from Tantalizers, which cost us about 14,300. We moved on to explore Uyo at night and just see the beauty of the city. Then we got back to our hotels, refreshed, changed up, and then decided to attend the Christmas carol service.
We are live in Akwa Ibom, Uyo. So we'll be attending the carol service of the state, which is the largest carol service in Nigeria. So
guys, the crowd here was huge and we couldn't even get inside, but then we just had to do what we have to do. So we sent in our drone to just show us clips of everything that was going on inside while we joined the service from outside. On the third day, our trip started with a visit to the Uyo International Stadium. This is actually so big and so beautiful. Like, I can't count how many times I've said beautiful in this video. This stadium is one of the largest biggest and most beautiful stadium in Nigeria, and most of the international matches are being held here. It has the capacity to host about 30,000 persons. So we got to explore this stadium. The name is Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. If you are still watching till now, please make sure you click the subscribe button and turn on notification bell, because we'll be dropping individual videos on all these places we visited and you don't want to miss it. Next, we had to get food, because why? We need to eat. And then we stopped at Madrid Foods to get food. So this was a combination of breakfast and lunch, and it cost us about 24,300, including some ice cream and snacks we had to take along with us. And we really enjoyed this meal. Like, this was the best meal we had in Akwa Ibom State, and we absolutely recommend Madrid Foods if you're looking for something to eat. It's located in Waniba Road. Next, we went to visit the Ibom Icon Resort. This is so beautiful. Like, pictures and videos don't do justice at all. It's so beautiful, and this hotel is situated in the midst of rich palm forest vegetation. This hotel is magnificent and it is so beautiful. It has an 18-hole golf course. So we started off by making an inquiry. This is basically what the inside of the resort looks like. We'll be dropping a video on that later. And then we made inquiry on what it would take to tour the place, and we paid about 12,000 Naira, that's 3,000 per person, to get a tour guide to tour the 18-hole golf course completely. The tour started very interesting and we're all energetic and all, but guys, this was a really long walk. It took about 2 hours to completely tour this golf course, but guess what? We enjoyed every bit of it. And one thing that made this hike more interesting was our tour guide. Like, we had the best tour guide ever.
At the middle here is called a fish tail. And if you look at it very well, this is the male type. The female type is somewhere along the line. That tells you that in life, it's not easy to find a good woman.
Wow! Face the camera. Good women like us.
He kept on giving us different life lessons and we enjoyed it. The walk ended at the marina, which is also inside the hotel, and that river you can see there leads you to Cameroon. So we also got to see this boat which the whites were using to take Jaja of Akpabio away, but then he sunk the boat with everybody in it. At the marina, you will see places where you can hang out, just sit out and play different games. There's table tennis, lots of games you can play here. So we went back to the resort and then we decided to swim. This costed about 3,000 Naira for every adult, but it was worth it. We also got to listen to cultural display while swimming at the pool, so it was an overall great experience. Like I said earlier, this resort is so beautiful. I will be dedicating a full video to totally explore it, so make sure you check it out when it drops. So next, we'll be going back to town to get something to eat and to be preparing for departure the next day. So we decided to explore Nightlife. We decided to get something to eat. We got roasted plantain, popularly called bole, and their sauce, and this costed us about 5,800 Naira with suya.
What's that?
Also.
That's what I said.
That's an onion.
Yeah.
So this is day 4, and our trip today started with a visit to the Uyo International Airport. So one of our friends was to go back to Lagos, and then she had to take a flight from this airport. So we took her to the airport, and this is basically what the airport looks like. We'll be dropping a full video on that later on. But this is the Victor Atta International Airport in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. So for the rest of us, we'll be taking our road trip back to base. We're going back to Enugu State. So guys, let me know, what do you think about this video? Which of the places we visited was your favorite? Is there any place you would also recommend us to visit if we happen to visit Akwa Ibom State again? Let us know in the comment section. And if you have not, please make sure you click the subscribe button, turn on notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming adventures. Thank you so much, fam. We'll catch you in our next video. Bye.